Great over there.
Thanks.
You look great.
I still don't see anything, but
It will take a second.
I still don't see anything, but
Look at that.
it will take a second. I still don't see.
We are live. All right. It's our first, well, we've done little test lives, but we haven't really done a good YouTube live. So this is our first YouTube live. Thank you everybody for tuning in to our big fat changes. That was all kinds of off tune.
Good thing we're
How's
not
it supposed
going
to
into
go?
that profession.
You do it for us.
I do not sing, so I am not going to try.
Thank you everybody for popping in here. There's lots of stuff going on in there. Lots of familiar names in there. Hello. Hey, we're going to stay on track first. Let me find out where the camera is. We're going to stay on track first. Okay. Let me put out this information and then we can go through the comment section. We can answer any questions. Okay. Boom. Thank you, everybody, tuning in here. If you haven't subscribed to us already on YouTube, go ahead, hit the old subscribe button. You know the deal. Sure does help us out. And we're going to try to put a lot more content here on YouTube.
The subscribe and the little bell so you're notified when we post something.
Yes, we'd appreciate that. Okay, why is it taking? What are we doing? Why is it taking so long? Well, everything takes us longer than we think it's going to, right? Always does.
Always.
Doesn't mean we haven't had a plan. Doesn't mean we haven't been working on things. We have. Why are we doing what we're doing? Well, that's a long story. And those of us who know us, you know us. We've sat there and there's been no secrets. We've both blabbed to people up close, but for the sake of time, what we were doing, we had to realize like, hey, we loved what we were doing, but we physically couldn't keep up. There are some physical challenges. We thought there was going to be some more relief coming off of nights than there actually was. We did enjoy doing lunch and we were doing it and having a good time in some ways, but in some ways, the physical challenges of it, we were not getting as much relief as we were hoping to. And that's okay. We've been in this business 8 years. We've learned a ton. We were looking at it like, well, then what does that mean? Like, why can't we just do the things that we want to do? We like putting out content. We like podcasting. A lot of these things that we haven't had time to do. We like doing our sauce. We like shipping our sauce and sharing it with people around the country. So those are some of the things that we can do and we can physically do. Why not just hire more people? Well, it's not a really great hiring environment in a little small town, and everybody's trying to hire people. And I don't want to blame it just on that, but I thought to myself, well, what if we did hire people? And be honest, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to keep going in that direction. I wanted us to be able to take the time to do some of the things that we've really found out we enjoy doing. So therefore, we said, let's just do this. Let's go this direction. It's kind of scary, but it's also kind of exciting, kind of fun. Anytime you just pipe in here and you you just correct me. All right.
Okay. Will do.
So we said, let's just go in a different direction, and that's okay. We built something very, very good and positive and successful, and we've learned a lot. So we're going to get into all that. That's the why we are going in a different direction here. I made a whole big list of things. Okay. Let me see here. I'm going through my list. Okay. That was the why. Are you selling the BFL?
We are not selling the BFL. We are keeping the brand that we've built or that we've worked so hard building over the last years. We want to keep the sauce. And so we are not selling the BFL brand.
No, we're not. We've had a lot of people say, why don't you just sell your business? Well,
it's a lot to live up to for somebody to buy
locally,
locally,
or they could do it across the country, but
be easier because our faces are plastered all over everything. So
right.
That might be a little difficult.
We do like our little sauce brand, our little sauce company.
Yeah,
we do like that side of it.
We've worked hard building the content side of it and different things. So we do not want to, we don't want to sell it.
Yes, we are selling a lot of equipment. So if you are interested in that, you know what? I'm going to put it in the description or whatever. I wish I had some text thing or something here. This is if you're not a member of our text community, This is kind of where we've been kind of gathering people that we can just very quickly just put out information to the people who want that information. I'm gonna put it. I'll edit it.
I
I
can
will
add
put
it
it
to
in
the
here.
comment too.
Okay,
So
put it in the comments, but it's 406-926-0203. We have a whole bunch of equipment. You could own a piece of
zero
BFL history.
0203.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
And if not, whatever. But we are gonna now post all of the equipment that we are selling and that we just don't need for this next chapter of the BFL. So if you're interested in that kind of a thing, text us. That's the best way to get a hold of us, through this number right here. Okay. We will be monitoring those texts. We can get back with you right there. And we've already had people already interested, and they're stopping by, and people are like, "Ooh, you hang on to this." I'm like,
We have a lot of
we
equipment.
got a lot of
We have
equipment
a
to move.
lot of big equipment. We have
We got a whole
food trailer.
we
We
got
have
we have 2
walk-ins,
food trailers.
2 food
We have a
trailers.
walk-in cooler with a building. It's an
We have a
outdoor.
truck,
We got a
food truck.
BFL 0002. That's a massive beast of a catering vehicle with 2 commercial warmers mounted in there, all the generators to run all of that. That's a
A
caterer's dream.
huge walk-in cooler,
That
dry
is
storage.
outdoor, ready to go. Pick it up, move it, land it wherever, plug it back in. That thing is a beast.
Our
That
work is cut out for us just with
Or you
all
could
of
come in
this.
with just a obnoxious offer that we just can't refuse, and you could pick up the whole compound, the whole big fat
We'll give it
compound.
all. Here you go. The pots and pans and knives
There's
included.
the insulated building for the big fat dry storage. We call it affectionately Building 7, but that is actually a coffee kiosk.
Drive-through, yeah.
That's ready to go, has power, has air conditioning, heating, drive-through windows. We built a little little compound,
Yeah, a
and we
lot
have a
of
lot of
stuff.
stuff to move, and we have other equipment. We got, here at the studios here, we got a
Yeah.
lot of shop space. So
Yeah.
if you're interested in restaurant equipment or any of that kind of stuff, just shoot us a text at that number. Okay, there's that. What else are we doing here? Well, we already kind of mentioned it. What equipment are you selling? We got a 16-foot food trailer. Eventually, we're going to sell our big fat 24-foot
Hobart convection oven.
convection oven. The Hobart sanitizer dishwasher combo.
Restaurant
We got
duty.
glass warmers, display warmers. Anyway, let's move on.
Lots of
Okay.
stuff.
Here's another good question that we get asked a lot right now, and I'm going to answer that. Our top 3 answers for, can I still order BFL sauce? Yes, you can. Sorry, I didn't mean to answer for you over there.
No, you're good. Go for it.
We are still shipping sauce. In fact, I have some orders. When we wrap up here, we've got to go get those going. We are still shipping our sauce. You can find that at our website, bigfatlunchbox.com. So we are working on a local pickup point to avoid shipping charges. We've had a lot of locals say, "How do I get sauce?" And
So
we are
on
working
that.
on something. And within days, there will be, when you go to checkout online, you can just say, okay, either ship it to me across country or pick it up. We actually are going to have a pickup location that we're working on. We're excited about this. And we are working on our wholesaler's license. We've had some really good talks with the necessary people. They're helping us out with this. And in the meantime, until we get that taken care of, we are going to create a pickup point. We're going to start off here in Columbus, where you can just stop in there, show them your confirmation number, your email, and just say, "Hey, I ordered a couple bottles," boom, and they'll hand them to you. So we're excited about that.
Yes, that was like a really good conversation. We weren't expecting to happen, and how easy it might be for it to all happen. So
Exactly.
we're really excited about that. So hopefully that gets moving on
And
forward.
that was just like yesterday, finally, since
Yeah.
things started to fall into place.
So we're excited about that. So we're hoping, we'll be getting on that, and so then the sauce will be in stores also. Fingers crossed.
Yes, we are working on that. Okay, what else are we doing? What are you doing now? What are your big fat plans? Here's our top 4 answers. Since we're on YouTube, we're going to do it YouTube style. Here's our top 4 answers for what are you doing now? Or what are we doing now? Well, okay, couple things. We enjoy making content, And in the meantime, we're dabbling in some of this stuff while we're getting these other things in place. We do have some time on the side. We've got a bigger answer at the very end of this. We'll stick around to number 4. Number 1, we are open to taking on a couple of clients, 1 to 2, I don't know, maybe 3 at the most clients as far as producing content. If you have a business and you just struggle with putting out content and coming up with advertising and marketing campaigns and things like that,
Photos and
photos, videos. We've learned a lot in all of that. We've already had a few people reach out to us. Um, and we're going to be talking to some people. We're open to that. We're not trying to go into that full business though,
no, but we
but
would like to take on a couple of
we would like to
clients.
take on a couple. And so we're open to that. Go ahead and text us at that number 406 926 0203. If that's something
Something.
that you want to talk to us about, and we can talk with you and see if we're a good fit to help you out with that. That is number 1. Number 2, obviously, we're going to spend more time marketing the sauce. We haven't had time to put together a lot of that content and get our online sales just really flowing while we're in the process of getting our wholesaler's license and whatever we're doing there. So we're doing that. We're podcasting. We've only got about 30 episodes out. I've got a couple of episodes that are even recorded that I have to wait. I have an episode recorded that I got to wait till October with somebody who's
This one's an awesome podcast. It's like the best podcast.
I can't wait. He's
I
under
can
contract. He's been under contract for over 30 years where he can't talk about what he does, but
It
he's
is
been a very public
the
person.
best podcast. It is so awesome.
And yeah, and there's a lot of great stories and name dropping
It's
and
awesome.
it's a lot of fun. That's coming out in October as soon as his contract is up. I'm excited about that one. Um, I'm going to build a little landing page. If you want to know about that, if you're a business or you don't even have to be a business. We want to network with people and just
Yeah. If
not
you got an
even
interesting story or
yeah, we just
anything, just
yeah, we
let's
want to take the
talk.
time to meet people and find out what you're passionate about. So I am going to create a landing page for that where you can go to the website and just click on it, fill out a little form and schedule time with us. But we want to do more podcasting. We enjoy it. We have a really nice studio here. So we're going to spend a lot more time on that. Uh, let's see here. And number 4, we are developing an online course. Okay. So one thing we identified while doing TikTok live streams is we were inundated. Look at that big word. We were inundated with questions all the time about what are we doing? Not just what we do in food truck, but what are we doing? So this is something we have been looking into now for a couple months, several months, and we are actually throwing around. We're already kind of exploring that. We've had some people reach out to us. We've had many people reach out to us, but about possibly doing some coaching, with setting up some calls, some things like that. But majority of it is we have a lot of questions whenever we're live streaming about everything we do. A lot of other people who are investigating going into food or food trucks, or they're already a food truck and they're like, how do you do this? Or how did you do this? Or whatever. Lots of questions. We actually, when we really sat down and thought about what we have done in our business with the breakfast burritos and doing online pre-order breakfast burritos, and we're serving, 300 plus sometimes, with 3 people. Uh, we've really we've really come across a niche thing that it took years for us to come across all of this stuff and to sometimes do some
Work out
very
all the little glitches and
expensive tests we did,
yeah, oh yeah,
but we
very
really come up with a system. Now, why wouldn't we just go out and go do this? And we thought about that. There was times where we were gonna go out and take all of this knowledge we've learned and go, "Let's go do this in this city, and if we can do it in a town of 1,800, let's go do it in this city, or let's go do it in this city." You know what, though? The fact of the matter is that we're here, and we're here for quite a few reasons, and we like where we live, we like the town we're in, we like this we like all this other stuff that we're doing, but doesn't hold us back from why can't we just teach people what we learned? So, we are gonna build an online video tutorial course, and we're doing that right now. So that's another thing if you want to, um, if you would like more information on that, if you're not already a member of the text community, we will shoot out a text when that is ready. And early adopters, people in our text community, are going to get very, very special pricing when we introduce this. We're going to introduce it, and it's going to continue to it's not going to be the final end product. It's going to continue to grow. We're going to add more content to it. And there's going to be possibly some mini courses on smaller subjects, but we're going to show exactly how we did what we did and the results we had. We're going to show like this is what 3 people doing 3 mornings and doing just breakfast burritos. This is what we could do. This doesn't mean that somebody would have to do just breakfast burritos, but we're going to teach concepts that you could take and apply to whatever your food is or your existing food truck business or your existing restaurant. And we're going to teach the advertising side of it. We're going to teach um, product development, how we come up with a product, how we promote something, and how do we set all that up to where we're going to teach people how to be the event instead of going to events. And anyway, that is actually we have a lot of experience in this area, and we're gonna pool that together. We're already working on that, and we're gonna release that, and that'll be out through our website there. And so that's where we're going. What else?
You have a list.
I do have a list, but I think that was all on my list.
We went through that very quickly and efficiently. I'm
That was the whole point.
impressed.
It's only been 21 minutes. Well,
Uh,
no, it's only been like 18, 19. We were a little late.
I'm impressed.
I erased my page. Anyway, my control panel here right before we were supposed to go live. And I was like, whoa.
Uh,
Anyway, that's where we're going. Let's dip in. Are you monitoring the comment section?
I am. People are just saying they've missed us. They
We have missed you
adore
too. There's
us.
Mr. Basilone
Finally able to see your faces
down there in hurricane country. Chatty chick. It's that chick that's chatty. It is
Yeah.
like a BFL reunion. Thank you, everybody, for coming over here
Uh,
to YouTube. Our YouTube presence has been pretty weak. We've had a YouTube channel for years and years and years.
so we're
And
trying to grow this one up.
we're going to grow it up. And we're going to grow it up.
Grow it up. It's like a little kid. Yeah, grow them up.
You know, and their streaming is really clean and really good. They have some things figured out over here. So we're going to do more of this
We can't do Facebook Lives
in
in
here.
here
No, we
like
can't.
this.
No, we
It
can't.
does not work. It's all glitchy and laggy, but this is like smooth and
It's super smooth.
nice.
Is it all smooth and nice on your guys' end? I'm going to look in the comments here. Here in North Carolina, working from home. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Milliken. That's Jonathan Milliken.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you? It's been a long time no see.
Sleeping schedule must be better.
It is getting there, I
Yeah.
think it's still
We're in
a
trend.
lot of healing. There's a lot of years, so my body's still all weird, but it's getting there. It's gonna continue to get better, so I'm
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah. It has been a process. It's been different. It's been but we're getting used to it. And yeah, for sure. This has been an interesting transition. We're really excited about what we have going on here. And there's there's stuff about it that we're, I don't know, naturally just nervous about, but it's like in the end you're like, why? Because like all this stuff is it's gonna come together. It's just always takes us longer than what we
Yeah.
hope to or want it to.
Well, and it was nervous and scary, and
Tiffany.
this is, what we've done, for so long. Food has been my life for my whole life. I've always so delving into something a little different and not doing that every single day has definitely been a huge shift for me. I'm still not still a little lost.
I can't say it's been my whole life. I will say my first job in a restaurant, I was 16. I was working at Echo Bay Resort on Lake Mead, and I was a dishwasher. And after that summer, I was like, I am never working in a kitchen ever again. That was terrible. I hated it. And then years later, while driving truck, I fell in love with food trucks. And I started dreaming about it out there on the road, and that was the best part of my day was coming across a good food truck in some industrial area where I couldn't find good parking with a semi truck somewhere. Anyway, that was when my love of food trucks was really going, and job sites in Vegas and things like that. But we're still excited about food, and we're still sauce connoisseurs. Like
Still
it's
love food.
ridiculous.
I still love coming up with recipes and doing that. So I hope to be able to do that on more of a fun level and maybe I don't know, put some content out about that again where
Yep.
it's enjoyable instead of a lot of pressure. So I am excited about that to get into those and my seasonings and spices that I get from all over the place. And so I'm excited to share that stuff and do that stuff. But I think it's going to be better and more relaxed environment doing it this way.
Definitely, just not as physically demanding. So,
Yeah. Yep.
um, so that is what we're doing there, and we're excited about this course. We're really excited about this because, we've really been going through it and working on it, and we have, I've looked at a lot of food truck courses out there. I'm a member of or we are, but mainly I went in there and I just have joined tons of these things. I go through all these things and there's so much generic information out there and people just don't realize sometimes I think what they're getting into and hard work. And we want to share that with people, but we also want to share a strategy that we have found to be very, very, very successful. We could take this strategy. I have no doubt we could take this and we could go anywhere and doing many different kinds of food and do exactly what we've done here and be be in the profit range very quickly compared to just going in. It's amazing that we were able to make it the first 2 years, um,
And the town we're in
in the
and
town we're in.
winters, and there's
Oh,
just so many
we're
things that
gonna
are against you
yes,
that
it's a hard industry,
we
but
figured out.
with a strategy, we feel like a strategy we can share with people. Um, we feel like, "Hey, there's a lot you could, you could I mean, they don't have to do exactly what we did, but we're gonna share exactly what we did. We're gonna share everything. We're gonna share the numbers. We're gonna share all kinds of stuff about it, and there was really kind of a science to what we did, so we're excited about that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I
Exciting.
haven't mentioned it enough already, if you're just joining in here, if you haven't, you don't have to keep, if you've already a member of our text community, if you text with us, or if you got a text about this live stream, if you've forgotten or whatever, you're a member with us. So we will stay in contact with you. But our little number, if you want to get updates about sauce, get updates about if you want to get updates
The
about the
course,
course,
if you're interested in any restaurant equipment and
text us if
yeah,
you're interested in you need help with some marketing. We are gonna take on a couple of clients possibly while we're developing our course. That's
yep,
gonna take us some time, but in the meantime, we
take
can
on a
work with
couple.
others.
Yep.
And you can always, if you're not a member already, just text us at 406-926-0203. We're gonna break this and this live will be up and repost it or whatever. And we'll post this information again.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Kimberly, thank you very much. Very cool about the new chapter. Yes, we're
Yes, we're
excited.
excited.
Somebody I saw earlier, there it is. Sherry. No, let's see here. Will you be doing anything on TikTok live at all? How is Trish and where is she up to with her free time? TikTok live. Yes, we will. Well, I shouldn't just go yes. Um, we're working on that. We're trying to fit all of this in there, and we want to make sure that when we are live streaming, that you know it's worth it for somebody to tune in there. And what is the whole point? We're developing all of this still. We're just still, honestly, it's selling off all of the equipment, getting things cleaned up and moved, and everything else. That has been a big part of all of this. There's still a
Yeah.
lot that we're doing over there, and it's been distracting. We got to move all that equipment. Then we're going to settle into content, course building, and podcasting, and a lot more. Just
Yeah. We
everything's
just
going to
got
be more
some loose
content
ends to tie up
driven.
before we can,
Yes,
like, really delve into the other stuff because,
yes.
yeah, there's just a lot of loose ends
We
going
miss
on.
Trish, and Trish has told us she misses us. That's good.
Yes,
She actually
yes.
caught a flight, very quickly right after our last day, and she caught a flight across the country, and she has been spending some much needed time with family.
Family, yeah, so she's been
So,
gone the whole time, spending time with family, so
yep,
it's been awesome for her. Glad she's able to do that.
yep, and, so yeah, who knows? We might, and we're not ruling out, Trish might be a part of some things with us in the future, but we're all just right now repositioning.
Yep,
So, but she's doing really good.
yep, we're all taking a big breather.
What do your days look like right now? Are you working on content right now? Well, we haven't been working as much content as we want
No.
to. Like I said, I'm kinda reading these a little late, but yep, we are just getting a lot of equipment out of there, but the content thing is gonna become very serious here very soon. And, will we continue a cooking show at home? You know,
We might.
we could. The thing about it was this, we enjoyed doing it, but to just set up and do it was sometimes like setting up it was hard. I wanted to be able to just leave stuff in place because it was always a setup and then a tear down, and then we gotta hurry up and get to bed and get to work the next morning. And then so while as we were developing, we put a lot of work into the specials we were creating. It was like, okay, we're gonna do our little cooking show, and that's fun. We enjoyed doing it. Once we got in there, we're doing it, but it was like, okay, there was a lot going on. So it was kinda hard to do it all and make sure that we sounded good and the lighting was good or whatever the issues were, and nobody had big
Yeah,
expectations,
and it's one thing
just
to be
us,
able
but
to be like, "Oh, I'm making this, and Imma just throw my camera up and do it," and not
right.
and be more spontaneous about it and not so where it is a bigger production to where you don't wanna do it as much, like that, so, I don't know, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and, we have talked about that though, about doing some other things, cooking things or in other formats or in other ways of doing that.
Yeah,
Some outdoor cooking when we can or whatever. So we are talking about doing that, um, because it is fun. We just gotta
yeah.
make it to where it's more like just flip on a button or 2 and go and have fun and not stress about setting things up or whatever. So,
Well, thanks, Allie. That's very sweet. Oh.
thank you, Mr. Basilone. I've been seeing videos about hurricanes going on down there. Hope you guys are okay. I saw you got a generator out and made coffee for Shira,
Ah, I
and,
seen that, yeah.
I was, anyway, been meaning to yeah, I've been talking to him, Chris. Honestly, I love reactions. This is totally not in the notes, but I'm gonna start a playlist called Big Fat Reactions. I love watching reaction videos, and I love those things. So we might and things come out all the time. I'm on YouTube all the time. Like, that's where I'm at, and I love watching things, but I also like seeing those things or before anybody's even seen them or whatever, and I'm constantly sending videos to April. I'm like, "Check this out," or I go in the other room, I'm like, "Do you see this?" And we sit there and we watch things together, and I think it would be fun, so we're throwing that around about, doing a playlist called Big Fat Reactions. We'll react to all kinds of things in the food world and just other weird things in the
You
world
never
and
know where we're
whatever.
gonna go.
We'll never know. We just wanna make
We're
content and have fun with it. So,
yeah, you'll never know what you get. Keeps us keeps you guys always wondering, like, "What is going on next?" Yeah, keeps
Ashley
us wondering.
Ashley says the storm's hitting in Charleston, South Carolina right now.
Oh,
Holy mackerel. And,
I heard it's gonna be a bad year.
oh,
I
you always
did.
hear don't we always hear that?
Yeah, so there's I think it's that
What are
we're
you
in a
listening to?
El Nino, not it's not an El Nino, we're in a El Nina state, so which usually things are calmer, but the ocean temperatures with what's going on has risen like astronomical, and apparently it's gonna cause like just in the last like month or so, and so apparently it's gonna be causing some ruckus.
You need to start going to positiveweather.com. I think you've been at negativeweather.com too much.
Oh, well, maybe, but I think that they're, agreeing with me right now with the storm setting, just saying. Which doesn't make me feel too good about us leaving in a week, and
Yeah.
so,
Well, it is fun to we've been hanging out here at, Big Fat Studios a lot where we are, part of that the cleanup process over there has been well, it's kind of a madhouse here at the big shop and everything, but we're
oh,
getting everything squared away because it is a really fun space, and we're going to,
who's that organizer lady that wrote the book? What's her name?
Does It Bring You Joy?
Yeah, what's her name?
That's her name now.
I know, but what is her name?
I don't know, that's all I know her
Anyways,
by.
I need her in my life, like,
Yeah.
physically, not just the book.
I don't think we can afford her right now.
I don't think so either, but man, she would bring me lots of joy right now. Oh, y
Anyway, hopefully how's the audio and video in our big fat, cha-cha-cha changes live stream? Is it coming across nice and good and clean and everything for everybody? Because 'Cause I'm gonna,
yeah, everybody said earlier it was.
okay, great, great. Alright.
Marie Kondo, yes, that is it. That's her name.
Well,
Incredible
great,
audio
Jonathan,
and
thank you.
video. Awesome.
Thank you, Tiffany, Sherry, Yvonne,
How are all the kids doing with the transition to all the new stuff going on? They're teenagers. They
I don't
don't
think they've
it
even
do they
noticed.
don't even really affect or notice them. They're like, "Oh, well."
All the time now. I'm like, "Hey, do you guys wanna go for, like, a one-wheel ride?" And they're just like, okay." I'm like, "No, I have time to do this, like,
Yeah.
this is
So I
big for
think
me."
they're, like, kind of still like, "Oh, mom's here." Like, going so I think they're like yeah, but they're teenagers. They just kinda go with the flow. They adapt easily.
Here's a fun fact, Mr. Christopher Basilone down there in, Florida, he actually flew up here and helped me to build this studio.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It popped up, and that's when it was the hottest and the smokiest it had been in Montana ever, and he came right at that time.
We have been watching The Pacific, uh, like
Oh,
Band of Brothers, there's The Pacific, and I've been
so
meaning to talk to you,
good.
Chris, about if you're any relation to,
Oh, yeah.
what was his name? John?
John,
John Basilone.
John Basilone. He was, got what, the purple
No, he got the Congressional Medal of Honor for sure.
yeah,
He probably got a Purple Heart. I think he did too,
yeah.
but yeah, anyway, we've been watching The Pacific, and every time we see
I was
John
like, "Have you
Basilone,
talked to Chris to see if he's related to him? Because he is Italian from the East, so very
that's
good
what we've been
chance."
doing is watching The Pacific when we're at home in the evenings.
It is so good,
But we
but
gotta get to work for sure. We're gonna move this equipment because we gotta get around to making some content. All right? We have a
we got a lot to do,
yes.
but
We actually yeah, we have a lot to do. So
it's a great uncle of his.
what? I bet you he's a great uncle. He seemed like just a great guy in general. That
Yeah.
was terrible. That was a bad joke.
He said the great John Basilone, great uncle.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cool story about him. Pretty amazing.
cool and sad.
Sad, super sad. Yeah. Sad. That whole show is just sad.
Well, thank you. Night Shadow, coming to you live.
Oh, well, thank you. I think vlogs would be fun.
Vlogs would be fun.
They
I
would
do
be.
like shooting things like that, and it's the editing. It's a lot of time editing. For every little BFL video we used to make, we'd shoot a little video, and then the editing took hours and hours and hours. And it's not just me, because I watch other people's videos on YouTube, and everybody complains about how long editing takes. But I've been also reading books on how done is better than perfect, and
Mhm.
quit being such a, nitpicking.
His wife tries to tell him that, but sometimes it just he needs to read it.
Like, who are you talking about? Took a second.
I don't know. Who am I talking about?
Man, Chris has his whole resume. He's got Navy Cross, Congressional Medal of Honor, Purple Heart.
Must be a gut uncle. He might know
Man,
it.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Why have I never asked
I
him
been
that?
kept yeah, I kept asking Milo what would come up. I was like, "Have you talked to Chris?" And asked him about him. He's like, "I haven't." So, good to know. Now I know.
Yeah, I try, but he's down there dodging hurricanes and doing superhero stuff. So,
Yeah.
oh
They
wow, that's
just
cool.
name
Name
a destroy
destroyer after him.
USS John Basilone. Ah, that's awesome.
This is interesting to do this on YouTube, and we're kind of learning. So thank you, everybody. We're just kind of rambling, but and just having fun in the comment section. But I'm kind of trying to just learn how it all works. I got computer here with some little stats running and all this stuff. This is all new to us. I mean, I need to go check. I guarantee you, we broke 1,000 because one time I checked it around, we were at like 850, and that was 2 years ago on how many live streams we've done on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But we haven't done them on here. So appreciate it. We're just learning this process. We hope to do many more of these. Who knows? Maybe we'll live stream our podcast. If a certain podcast we might live stream.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, consider hitting the old subscribe button, hit the bell, all that stuff. We all hear everybody say all the time, but it's what we got to say. So
That's what we guys
we need those reminders in life.
Yeah.
So, well, cool. I'm going to give out this number one more time. If you're not already a member, because that's just the easiest way for us to put out some short little piece of information or send a link to something.
Anything
We
new
try
coming
not to
up.
bombard anybody with anything, but if you are interested about anything, whether it's like sauce sales that are happening or order specials or anything like that, or online course, or working with us, if if you are somebody who needs some content made, some things like that, we can talk to you. That's really the way to get a hold of us is through our
Yes.
text community. It's 406-926-0203. You think I'd have that number memorized?
Yeah, you would think, but
All right. And apologize. There's a lot of comments and questions that have just like been piling in, and we haven't been able to get to everybody and everything. It doesn't, we don't, that, please don't take anybody take
yeah,
any of
there's
that
so many
personal.
platforms that it's like
And notifications are coming
so
in
much.
all the time,
Yes.
and it can get a little overwhelming. We do try to address some things and get back with people. But this, all of this that we're also transitioning, going through has just really taken a lot of time and energy. And so
Yeah.
don't take it personal.
Yes.
All right. My burritos have no rules shirt. I know.
I know.
You know what? I still have the whole shirt making department here.
Yeah, we
So
should
you never know.
You
Might
never
get
know.
around to finally making that shirt.
Someday you'll just see it in the mail finally. We have the time now.
I know, right? I'm excited. I know. I just sit here and all this equipment just sits here and haven't really
Yeah.
done much with it.
Got lots
but
of organization to do. That's where
maybe that'll
Marie
be
Kondo
like,
needs to come in.
I know, but maybe that burritos have no rules shirt will be like just a short special we run with some sauce or some holiday weekend or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Black Friday.
There you go. We gotta start thinking now because
We got to start thinking.
we always think about things way too late.
That's because we're like, we're been busy with it.
We're thinking
you
about
know,
tomorrow and the
I
next day and
gotta
that
get my sister
special.
order
And
in, and I gotta beat the truck.
can't think about Black Friday special.
I got a leak in the plumbing, and wait,
Uh,
what month are we in? And then like,
yeah.
yeah, everybody's already running Black Friday specials.
And it's gone.
Like, that's
And
been the
then
problem is we've been,
we miss Christmas and Thanksgiving and Halloween, and we're like, oh,
it all goes by really fast.
so
You're really trying to
just
slow
trying to be
down,
present.
smell the roses, and
Yes.
not be so spread all over. As I tell you, all the things that were spread all over.
Once those things are all tied up, we'll be good.
All right. Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for being patient and sticking with us and
There you
popping in
go.
here.
Tiffany's volunteering to come out and help
Oh,
organize.
don't
and we'll
you?
eat.
I will take you up on that. You don't know how fast. I'll give you the address. I'll text it to you right now.
We got a lot going on, Tiffany.
Oh,
Very good seeing you
goodness.
too, Kimberly.
Yes, they're very good seeing all these names in here.
Hello, thanks, miss. Hello, thanks, miss.
Exactly.
It goes that fast.
That's really how it
I
is.
know, like a week or two ago, I was somewhere, Lowe's. I'm like, they have a huge Halloween
I know.
department out.
Yeah, it's that
It
time.
was like the
All
second.
the mums and all the sunflowers. I'm like, oh, I need mums. yeah.
Holy
It's
mackerel.
that time.
They're out of control.
I know.
All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience and popping in here and coming on over to YouTube. And we hope to
Yes, we'll
be
try
putting
not
out more
to.
stuff.
Yeah.
And
And we will. We'll figure some stuff out about
Yeah.
for our TikTok live people. And I've got a bunch of footage that's stacked up that I've been meaning to share. We'll start getting that out as soon as we aren't strung all over the place.
yeah.
So, well, cool. Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank
Cannot tell you how much
you.
we've appreciated everybody's understanding and support over the years. We've had a tremendous amount of fun doing this. Um, it's been an emotional time for this transition,
It
and that's all I can really
has.
tell you about that. It's been a very emotional time, but it's also we're very much looking forward to the future, and this is a much needed change for us. We're excited, and thank you for sticking with us and being on here with us, and we're
Following us through.
following through with us, and we hope to have another continued long future with you concerning the old BFL and anything else.
Yeah.
So, all right, everybody.
All
We sure love
right.
you. Thank you. We'll be
Thank
seeing you real
you.
soon.